Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Yeah, this is a little bit different intro, isn't it? I'm down and getting some people from an airport and I'm currently waiting to get in. There's something dripping, I don't know what it is. It's in the door. I don't know. Any case, I'm currently waiting for some people, and there's a plane you can hear above us. And I am trying to see if I can get some cards in here and there, because I did the bedroom yesterday. Gonna put in some picture of the finished bedroom before and after. As much as I can, I'm gonna take that out too, but otherwise everything is staying in here. Curtains is up. And my entire house is a big mess right now. Oh, ow. Oh, min fod er gont. My foot hurts. My feet hurts. Oh my. Ow. Oh my. So this is what we end up with. And nice curtains. I'm so happy. I'm so happy. Now I just need to get this entire place up and running. I need to get that fixed. I need to borrow a sander somewhere. But for now I can just get through tonight on this, and then I can work on the next days. I'm gonna figure out, but not gonna be now. It's one giant mess. Have a look. One giant mess. Oh boy. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Now, slowly but steady, I'll get through this. Now, let's go and fix some things. Or just relax for now, at least. That was a hassle. Let's just say it like that. So I thought, you know what about I take some cards with me down, get a little bit earlier down there, because I know there's a lot of traffic problems. So I can just, when I get down, I can just sit and make cards then. So I packed some easy treaties to cut out. Most of them I can cut out with a scissor. Not much knife work. And then I can just sit and cut treaties. And then I can, as I was drawing down here, I was actually thinking I will have to lean a lot more back to do this. So that will test out the thing of me actually, instead of leaning over a table, I will have to lean back to make my things, which will give me a much better back situation, not destroying my shoulder that much. So I am hoping this is gonna work out, because if it is, I am gonna see if I can alter the wood box I got from the recycling center that have a slant to it. See if I can get a more slant to it, and I then can use that to prop it up at the table at home, so it will force me to lean back instead of lean forward. And then I can maybe save my body a little bit more. Maybe. We'll have to see if it works. Right now it feels good. Feels great. But we'll see. I have a little hour before they're gonna show up if they're not delayed. And they could easily be delayed because of this weather. So yeah. I am also gonna have a painting day tomorrow. So that's something to look forward to. Then I can come down and see her new cats. Well, see, there was the cat I was down with her and getting, and then 2 days after she was gonna go and get another one. So the last one I haven't seen. So it's gonna be fun. I think I am gonna test out the jellyfish painting. Just make a test run of that. I have an idea of how I want to make those, so let's see how it's gonna go. But one thing is for sure, I'm loving this sitting situation. So, as I explained to the daily blog bar, I'm gonna repeat this so this clip can be used in both videos. Sorry for repeating myself. I ordered some fake coins because I almost never, and I do mean never, have actual coins home with me for doing the stuffing. So what I'm gonna do forward is whenever I have a 50 or 100, depending on what I have on me of real money, I'm gonna communicate the money into a bill, like paper money ping, and I'm gonna put that into one of my binders and put the real money into an account in the bank. That's what I'm gonna do. So that's what these ones are here for. So we're gonna do a stuffing of both channels right now. So my daily vlog, make sure I got the right, that's the craft one. This is the daily vlog. The daily vlog has 328. So 300 going into the second to last binder. With a note that says vlog that I'm gonna write right here. Which are gonna go in with it. And the second channel is the craft channel, and that has 71. So I'm gonna take a 50 and put in, come on, and do the same thing. Take a piece of paper, come on, and say craft. It's going in with that one. That way I know which pocket is for which. So vlog channel has 328, so we're gonna find 28. Oh. 25. Let's do some half. That is a 5, isn't it? Yes, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yes, I know the sound isn't as good as it is when it is the other one, but I can't do anything about it. So that's the daily vlog. Then we have the craft one, which is 60, 71. So the 50, 60, 71. So that's 21. Let's do another 20. And 2 50 or half a krone times 2. And that's gonna be that one. That way now I have a lot more coins to use for this. I actually have to count how much there actually is here, so I know how much I have for each one. But that's the stuffing. He's so clingy. He's so clingy. You're so clingy. You're so clingy. You're so clingy. That was the guy I helped catch when we was going down and getting him. Bingo, bingo, bingo. Bingo. Well, I can't find half my tables. So I wrote to the lady with that you booked the tables with that if the tables are not in the price, which I don't think they are, then I would like to have 2 tables with the booth meters I have ordered. So hopefully I will get those. Lucky for me, this is the only place I actually need to take the tables with me. And I know why I can't find them, because my garage is totally filled with things and they are put in there somewhere. I think I have 1 in the basement. I saw 3 in the garage, so that's 4. And I need the 6. So I don't know where the other are. So I'm gonna bite the bullet this time and say, okay, I'm just gonna pay for it because I don't want to deal with it. I just don't want to deal with the stress of not being able to find anything. It's just how it's gonna be. I also looked into, after I got home from driving around and I got some breakfast, then I went and looked for that, and I went upstairs and looked for a couple of things, and I decided I could not get any more done before I know how much space I have left in there. So then I sat down, and last evening I was scrolling on my phone where I could get the candle jars. I just couldn't find anything that was cheap enough. So I finally found a place today and I did the calculation. It's around 8 Danish kroner for a glass jar with lid. And I bought 15. And I am having it in between 5 to 7 days, so I should have them by the end of, in the middle of this week, next week, sorry. So I may be able to do some candles. May, don't know yet. Don't have the warning labels. I'm not gonna get the warning labels. I'm gonna go and tell people to be careful for smoke. It's candle. People know candles. It's only people that is not wise enough to understand what candles is. And if there is any of those people that is gonna buy like children, that kind of stuff, and I'm going to, you know what, be careful, it's gonna get hot, and it's gonna be fire, and there's gonna smoke. And remember to shut the light off when you leave the room. I'm gonna say that to the kids, because it's usually the kids that doesn't know these kind of things. Any adult person should know it, but if I'm gonna go and do this the right way, I am gonna have warning labels on the bottom part of the candle. But this is an experiment to see if I can even get it to work with wax candles. Not beeswax, but regular wax. That will be half clean wax and half, not half, there will be some of that poly thing in, I can't remember what it's called. There will be some of that in it. I would prefer only to work with beeswax, but beeswax can be very, very hard to get. So that's probably first going to be next market. Or the next market again. But that's okay. For now, you might think, Henry, why not making cards? Because I went through my cards yesterday, and I do have some cards, so it should be fine. Not saying that it's all fine, but it should be fine for now. And I'm constantly looking for cards, actually, because I believe I have cards laying around these drawers, even that I can't find them right now. So I'm gonna make a box of a mix and what speed-offs I need and all that kind of stuff, and gonna do that when I get home tonight. Yeah. I just feel like I want to relax before everything goes crazy this weekend. Even my horoscope told me to take it easy. So probably that's what I should be doing today. Just chill, relax, and enjoy. And excuse me. It's hard to get a little bit. Instead of staying up late. So yeah, time is 1:30. I'm gonna go in there, go from here around 5 o'clock, because I need to go by the library and pick or deliver these Game of Thrones, and I know I have a couple in there I need to pick up too, unless it is the audiobooks, otherwise I'm not gonna pick them up. I'm just gonna leave them in there. It's simple as that. You may think why, because my dad has the entire series on DVD and I didn't know that, so I am gonna borrow his DVDs and watch them on those. So that's it, let's just relax and watch some videos. So I didn't have to worry at all. The 400, the booth cost for 3 meters, and I'm having 6 meters. It's with tables, so but that's one there. Hi guys, it's please don't get stuck. It's still evening for me. Ooh. I need to turn that light off, sorry guys. But I just got finished dropping everything off, and when I went to the library to pick up the things I've been borrowing or books at the library, it turns out the audiobooks, all of it, so I'm so thankful for that. So I'm gonna go down and grab some food, and then I'm heading home and getting the last stuff packed, and I may already have some buyers for the poster I really don't want to sell, but I may actually have a buyer for it, and it's a lot more important for me to have some money on the account than actually that poster. So it's the Game of Thrones poster I really want to keep, but I am accepting that may not be possible. If I can get 100 Danish kroner for that one, I will really be happy. And you can easily sell it for 250 without a doubt. So let's go. Good morning guys. Yeah, that's not exactly safe to drive, so I'm gonna make this short. It's 20 minutes to 7 in the morning, and I am of course let out the door as usual, but I first got to bed midnight, unfortunately. I had to pack a lot of it, and I'm not even done packing, so I have to do the last packing out there and take whatever I don't need with me back home tonight, or this afternoon for that matter. So I got my excuse me. I got my lunchbox and breakfast box with me. I got some sodas, I got the last couple of things I needed, and it's just go today. Go, go, go. I sincerely hope the twins, I'm gonna be standing, they call them the brothers or the twins sometimes, because they look almost identical. No, almost. I prefer calling them brothers because I can actually see a difference between those. Sorry. I hope they are gonna take at least for 400 kroner this morning before everything goes crazy. I hope they will, because that will make everything go a little bit better for me. So I hope they will, but I can't expect anything, because these markets are not always the most profitable for me, which is why I'm talking about changing my inventory, so I can get some other stuff in. But I need to get some all the other stuff out first. As simple as that. So let's go. So this is my table right now. That's those two tables I have, and I'm going to put a chair in here with something in front, and hope that's it, because I'm not going to find one of the tables. So, and I really didn't want to sell that one, but I don't have a choice. I need the money more than I need that. Well, at least I can have them in my memories as an inspiration. Probably gonna take some pictures of it. Time to go into the water park. Oh, beautiful morning. Well, that wasn't a good day. That's just how it is. That's just more, even more increases the hunger I have for trying something new. I hope it's because there were match in one of the other arenas, let's call it that, and that's why we didn't have too many guests. I hope that's the reason, and I hope that we are gonna have a lot more tomorrow. But I need 600 to have the booth in. Just FYI, that's just how it is. No way around it. I went in and got some dinner, and I have now to go home and wash clothes and just get ready for tomorrow. I was planning on getting some stuff with me home right now, but I'm just, the people that was playing that match, the big bus is right out front. It's impossible to get up with a car. I'm not even gonna try. So I'm just gonna leave it in there, and then I'm gonna get in there the earliest I can tomorrow. And then I am going to pack what I can pack from the morning and just take it as it goes. I was planning on making cards in there. I am kind of making cards. I'm just cutting 3Ds and put them back into the cellophane bags. I'm not even putting them together. I don't have to pay for it. The table is in the wrong height. It's just hurts. Everything hurts in there. I did go to the water park this morning, and I feel great after that, but then my back started hurting, so nope. See you guys when I get home. So I'm home, and I don't think I actually told you guys, but we got a new subscriber this morning when I woke up. So thank you and welcome, whoever you are. Thank you. I haven't logged in yet, so I haven't seen if I can see the name. So let's do a stuffing. The vlog jar. And the money. And number 1. Thank you. That was a good thing on top of everything else that's been going on today, to be honest. I did end up doing some research because it just was that. And I'm gonna admit I'm gonna see if I can find some jars here at home, and then I'm gonna do some testing of a couple of candles before even next market. I'm gonna do one with clean styrene, as we call it, and the other one will have a how much the other stuff is in. The one you can color, I can't remember what it's called, mixed in. And I'm gonna do I do have some roses, and I would really like to test that out too. So I'm gonna dry out those rose petals to test that out. So I'm gonna do this week somehow. I just don't know when, because I have to work Monday and Tuesday, and that's gonna be some long days. So this table was someone that wasn't coming yesterday, and me and that lady got to share it. So she has 3 or 4 boxes up here, and I had this, and we expected that we need to empty it today, but we don't, so lucky me. Then we have all of this, which is mine. Diamond paintings, a couple of things I want to sell, nail things, this one, the magnets, hair elastics, there's a little bit of everything. I really should be getting around to actually getting some more cards made, so I should probably get on that. We are all packing up. Hello guys! It's done! It's over and done with. The count is, I needed 800 to get the booth done for today. I got 700 and around 60 or 70. So a little 50 below, below what I need to have the booth. But last year, if you recall, it was horrible. In total, I didn't have any of the booths home before the last market I was on, so that was just horrible. So at least this year is similar, it's a much better situation, but I did try my hardest to get the last 50 kroner in, but didn't work out, unfortunately. but I managed to sell, I think it was 18 magnets, which I'm very happy about. So let's get home. I don't know if I'll be able to empty the car. I really hope so. In any case, let's get home. I'm home, and I just managed to get everything in before it started raining. Perfect. Overall, I am not satisfied with the way I got things filmed out there. I'm gonna admit that for this weekend. But there just wasn't any way I could film that made sense, because I was trying to sell something. Next weekend it should be a little bit easier because it is in town. Won't have to stress that much, and I don't have to worry about dinner at least one of the evening, because we are doing a dinner at work that evening. What more? And when we was out there, I was chatting with my neighbors about smells for candles, what people like in smells. So we came up with a list of things. I think I have 15 on it, and at least 10 of them I came up with. And pine needles is one of them. And on my way out there of the area, when we were clearing out the market, I found that someone had put branches of pine in the garbage and it was sticking out. I was just, you know what, I'm just gonna grab that. Just for testing, not for selling, for testing. So I'm gonna test with that little bit of pine, and I'm gonna ask the people I'm going out to on Wednesday what type of pine that is, because we have several different type of pine here in Denmark that we can use for Christmas. So I would like to know that and think about this. If this works out for me, the garden project will be an exceptional, is that the word for it? Words are very complicated sometimes for me. Opportunity to get the right flowers that I can grow myself, so I don't have to go out and tear up people's gardens for flowers. I will have to ask around midsummer, hey, do anyone have any roses? Do anyone have any that? Do anyone have any that? I can come and take when it's done blooming, and I can being closed up and it's done open itself for a while. Can I come and take the flower part? Because I have my neighbor come and ask me if she could what is it called? Grab some purple flower from my garden, and they have a beautiful, I believe is a Chinese tree. I took a picture of it this summer. It has some beautiful flowers, and I really would like to go, and so you'll probably see some videos. If this works out, you'll probably see me in some videos where I will be around. And that's just, it's gonna be good. If this works out, it's gonna be good. There are a couple of things I would like to do. I would like to have a cinnamon, licorice, and candy stocks, mint stock. You know the candy stocks you have to Christmas? That mint thing. I would love to have that, but I also would like to have that candy thing with the red. So I'm thinking maybe that there's a lot of experimenting. So I bought some small candles like this, and there is some with clean styrene in, and there is someone with the mix in. And I'm gonna melt those down, put the stuff I'm gonna test into each together with that was in each of those things, and then burn those, because those are between 6 hours and some of them are 3 to 4 hours. So if I can do my test burning in those, it's more controlled and I don't waste too much. That's kind of where I'm at right now. So the next couple of weeks are going to be testing like crazy. I do need to go out and get the stuff I need to test. Which is good that I'm actually going out to a flower lady, because then I can get a couple of those flowers I really want to get. Like sunflower actually is one of those. So yeah, and I have the red roses from the election. I still have those. I can use those for the rose petals. I do not know if there's different. I know there are different type of roses in colors, but I don't know if the smell is different, so I'll have to check that out. In any case, I'm gonna end the vlog here. It was almost the table in. I sold around 12 magnets, which I'm very, very, very thankful for. And I got some good information on some things. I got some good, oh, my stomach, it's hungry. Got some good intel and some good ideas, and we brainstormed a lot with friends. And I had a lot of good feedback from my ideas. So I think it's a thing coming up. And we are back at where we started. Actually, today is Monday after the first market, so the clips was from the daily vlog, and there wasn't exactly much to film down there because we were pretty busy on Sunday, and opportunity to film wasn't exactly ideal. But in this entire thing, I talked with some people. We came up with some ideas that was built on my idea to evolve those a little bit. Because there are people out there that know more about this than I do. And I have been looking into projects. So let's start with one of those testing projects. I want to make candles with no oils in. So it'll be clean beeswax, clean styrene, or whatever you want to call it, or it will be clean. Not clean, it will be something like 50-50. Where is it? Paramine and styrene. And if you don't know what I mean with styrene, these ones are styrene lights, small lights. These ones are not clean. The other ones I have down on my computer is clean. So my idea is to dry some flowers and do some testing. Let me just get this out the way. Ow! Just a second, guys. There we go. So I have a neighbor, a friend that has some flowers so that he didn't need. So I'm gonna pop them off. And the point is not to have to test in big batches, but only small batches. That's why I want to use those small lights as testing. So first of all, we need to clean these, and that's one color. I'm gonna find another thing for the other one. Just a second, guys. Just a second. What do we have? We have that one. that is the red one. I also find some pine needles at the market, so I'm gonna use those for testing too. But before I do that, I would like to know what type of pine it is. So I'm gonna take it to a flower shop tomorrow and test that out, or ask if she knows. Last flower. Yes. Now this can go out to the garbage. Okay. Throw that away. So first thing I need to do, I figured out that you could dry flowers in the oven. So I'd like to test that out. But before I do that, you actually need to clean these. So you're gonna soak them in water for some time, and then you're actually gonna put them in the oven on a plate, spread out the flower petals, and then what's it called? Let them dry in the oven with low heat. And the reason why you need to put them into water is to pull out all any insect there is in these. And just me trying to split up the flower is actually revealing a lot of insects in the bottom, which were not there before. Lucky for me, all these are dead. You may think this, oh my, that's just the seeds from the center. Some of them are, not all of them. No, it's hard to pick up on camera, but this is what I need to do. And it's a learning curve and a testing curve. And I enjoy to take you guys along with me, because my main goal here in all of this is to rumble make candles with natural flowers. This is a beautiful dark red, very beautiful, without using oil, and don't have any of that kind. So I talked to some people. I know somewhere where I can get some licorice powder that they use for food, so I can do that. I can test with cinnamon. I would like to test with sugarcane too, if I can get that sweet scent into the candle by crushing the sugarcane and leave it in the top. When the candle melts, it will melt some of the sugar too, and it will burn it with, and it will give that sugary, yeah. But it is, again, it is an experiment, and I enjoy taking you guys on the road, so with me on this road. So I need to clean this off. If you don't believe me, there was just a fly right here. I'm going to take it out. Nope, I'm not. I'm going to rinse this off. So here's an update on the flowers from last evening. This one didn't get as much, but they are starting to get a little bit of a crunch. These ones are much better, but they are far from there. So I'm gonna turn up the oven again and put these in. Give this one maybe an hour more, maybe. This one probably needs 2 hours more than what it has. So what I do is that I turn my oven on air, and I put it to 50, around 50. And then I just plug it in. Plug it in, plug it in. And there's a lot of things that's been going on since I got from work. From work, I asked my boss if I can get some coffee and real coffee beans, and I can even smell from here, even that the bags are closed. I got a sunflower, expensive flower, let me say it like that. It do have a smell to it, but I don't know if it is the center or it is the leaf. I thought it was an insect that jumped on me. No, it was seed. And then I got some lyng too, which I can go on and find, but I don't have any right now, and I have been wanting some lyng. So I'm going to show you guys a picture of it. That's lyng. And I was thinking about testing and that kind of stuff, and people's views, opinions about it. So I decided that I'm going to use these ones. I'm going to use this one for a tester for some of it. But I got some more of those candles and tin light stuff, what they're called. Tiny light. And I'm going to sell them for probably 1 Danish krone each. And then I'm going to ask people to, when they got it, please give me a review. What they think about it, what they don't think about it. How will the smell goes. Because this is just a small candle. My idea is to have jars that has levels. Like this. So I will have a jar. This is a glass. And it will be filled up. Then you will have some flowers in the top. A little bit far down you have some more flowers, and then some more flowers. So the flowers will keep going down with it. That's a testing if it even will work. Because if it loses the flower smell halfway through, then it doesn't work. Then that means I'll need to find a way to incorporate some flowers into it. And that's just how it is. So yeah, testing. Hopefully I will have something ready for this weekend. I hope so I can have my local people test things out. Actually, even the shop where I got this one from knows me that I'm standing up there, and they can't wait to see the product. So I'm really happy about that. I hope this is gonna work out. Sunflowers is just very hard to grow. It's okay, I'll figure it out. I will figure it out. Now, I need to check up on my computers, and then I need to get something to eat. So this is kind of the testing area right now. I got the red rose, what was it? Not a yellow rose, but a little bit more red. Peach yellow, I think it is called. I don't know. Coffee and cinnamon. Cinnamon smells. That one I think smells. Maybe a little bit that one. That one I can't smell. But that's maybe because I have too many going at the same time. But I literally cannot smell it. which is why I'm gonna make these, of course not like this, this is just testing. I'm gonna take the wax out, melt it down into portions, and then make a portion with each thing in, and then pour it in. I hope it's gonna be good. Now let's go out and see if I got managed to get the last dry, because I know the thing was with the dark red petals was too small, so I had to split it up a little bit. So this is done, and that's totally done. I'm just missing that little piece. Let's see together if it's done. I just know where to put you guys. I hope this is gonna be okay for you guys. Please don't tip down. Please don't tip down. But I think it smells of roses. I'm not gonna make food in there right now, I can tell you that much. Yes, it's done. So I'm gonna do this. And I'm actually gonna, I would like to flip it around. Ouch. Because I got the sunflowers that's been soaking. Just a second, guys. Also got some of the centerpieces just to make sure. There we go. See if you can dry these ones out. They're big, beautiful sunflower. Yep. It's not perfect, but it's not supposed to be perfect right now, at least. And that's why I'm testing. I want you to split up. Okay, sunflowers going in. And they are probably gonna have a couple hours. So I should probably put over some clothes for washing. Let this dry. Let this cool down. So here's my theory. If I heat this pan up from the bottom on my stove and have these candles that I'm testing on top of it, if I could get it to melt without turning on the wick, then I can just sprinkle on whatever I need and put this one to the side for cooling down. That is what I would like to do. So let's test if that works. That worked fast. That worked really fast. Now, how long will it take it to dry off? So it's the evening before the day we can sit up. I'm filming this for 2 channels, so just be aware. It's Thursday evening, the 10th, and I'm happy. I am literally happy. I almost done. Almost. I'm missing these ones, which should give me 150, 50, or just 150. There's 50 in one, there's 150, 90, 190 minus the ones I use, so let's say 180, give it a take. And how do I see the difference between coffee and the ones with cinnamon? Well, all the ones with coffee has a coffee bean in the top, so that's how I can see the difference. That one needs another pine needle. I hope I didn't have to grab any more of these. Just washed my hands. Pine needle. So that one needs a pine needle, so I'm just gonna poke a little bit. That one needs a pine needle. Just gonna do that. Oh, where's my pine needle? Ah! The pine needles has a pine needle sticking out of them, obviously. And the come on, please move in there. There we go. So that one has, this one has, yeah. So all the one with Lung has that, and the cinnamon has nothing. And we have the roses. Let me show you those. These ones need to dry a little bit more. So let me show you. I have, this is the first load I made. This is the second one. And some of these had a little bit too many leaves in the top, so I took some of the bottom that was melted with styrene and pushed those through. Here's what we have a problem. That's why I have to be over them, because this one I can't find the one you put the fire to. Thought I has been after all of them, but apparently not. This one needs some help too. So I need to go through now before this sets even more, see if I can find the things. And just hope that I can. Sorry for the lighting. About a little bit past 12, I went in and tried to nap. Unfortunately, laying to bed, I wrote a message on Facebook to place it with the candles to get some help with those. So hopefully those people show up. Then I was just about to pass out. Then the phone, the phone rang. There was the postman lady. They were standing outside with the package. I think you guys can get upstairs in it, but let's open it. Oh. I'm still tired. It's the lids, the cans with lids. So this is a decent size for a candle. I was afraid they were gonna be too small, but they are not. So I'm gonna put this away because I'm not gonna deal with that right now. I'm just happy that I got it. So setting up is not always easy. We got a lot of people around, and I did warn people that I was filming, and most people got behind the table the camera is sitting on, but there were one that actually decided to go in front of it, and when he did, a couple others decided to do too. So, and one of the ladies that actually was organizing this thing, she was pointing at the camera like, you filming? Like she was trying to be quiet. I said, don't worry, with a normal voice. No one will be able to hear what we're doing. Because I'm gonna put over voiceover, maybe some music, and you won't even be able to hear anything. You won't be able to see what I'm doing. And I did warn people that I'm filming. I pointed at the camera that I'm filming, so if they decide to go in front of it, that's not my problem. And it's for YouTube. It's not that I have so many subscribers right now that it makes a difference that someone will be recognized, but I hope one day this can grow into a bigger channel than it is right now. But of course, when I was sitting up, I realized I forgot one of the tablecloth, and that's why I can't totally finish setting up. So I need to get the last stuff with me up tomorrow morning. We can get in from 8 o'clock, so ideal I'll be there 8:15 or something like that. Get the last stuff set up or dropped off, go remove the car, then go set the last stuff up, and by 9 o'clock be making cards. That's kind of where I'm thinking. Let's see if it happens, if my body will let me wake up. But that were my setup. Good morning, everybody, and sorry for not saying good morning yesterday. It was a little bit of a weird day. I am up at the market. I've been potting plants this morning. I am dirty, and I am currently trying to park my car. It's not going to be a problem getting out, hopefully. Yeah. Let me show you how the table ended up looking like. I am gonna run some pictures there and photos. That was a fun day. I'm gonna admit that. There was a lot of talking with people, having chat, having conversations about ideas, and giving intel about where I can get things and prices and that kind of stuff. It was just so overwhelming and a lot of information to process, but a fun day nonetheless. I got 380 something in as far as I can count to. I think I missed a couple of things. I did buy some cake, which I of course forgot to take with me home, so it's still up there. It'll be fine. I got 5 books. I can't remember if I have all of them, but at least some of them I don't think I have. At least now I have backups, so I got those. Then I got a candle, Advent candle holder thing from a friend of mine. I want to support her, so I bought that one, and it's one I can use every single year, so that's perfect. Oh, what did I more get? I got some food, and except for that and breakfast, I didn't think about anything else. On the other hand, almost all the candle lights is gone. There's more gone than there were when I took the picture, so that's good too. And the big Game of Thrones picture is gone, and this, some of the machinery I had with me up there is gone too. So, and I got a couple of people that wanted to buy the Welcome to the World paintings, but they need to figure out who that's coming, if it's boy or girl. So I said, just contact me and you get it to the same price. So got that out of the way too. So it has been a productive, you know what I mean, day. But time is almost 10 minutes to 5, and I was supposed to be done eating right now, which means you were supposed to get the Christmas dinner tomorrow morning. You're gonna get it tonight, so this vlog is gonna be late getting up. Sorry about that, but can't do anything about it. So I just need to check on my Game of Thrones games, and then I'm out the door. That was a very enjoyable evening. Had some fun, had some good food. I definitely ate too much, but I was hungry. Time is a little bit to 8 in the evening, which means I will be home around 8:30, and it'll be a late vlog getting up. Good morning, everybody. Well, I am now recording this when I got home, so let me show you what happened today. It was not as busy day as yesterday, and I did manage to make some cards, but I also had a lot of distractions going around, and to be honest, I was literally tired the entire day. So decided in the end not to make any finished card and just cut a little bit of 3Ds in between everything. And then later we ended up packing everything up, and there should be a image somewhere here around with the full empty area. That took a little bit over an hour to finish, and then we get dinner. Everyone that I've been helping gets some food up there, and we enjoyed the time. And after getting some food and something to drink, I said goodnight, because I have to go home, not only edit this vlog, but empty out my car. And right now the time is 10 minutes past 6 in the evening, and I just got home. I was told there's going to be a little surprise in my post box maybe here in the end of next week, so I'll be looking forward to that as a thank you for helping out with sponsor gifts. If they said it can be in the, what's it called, in the mailbox, it's probably a gift card to the local grocery shop, because I've been getting that before. And I've also been getting baskets before, which you have seen. So here's something I got this weekend. This picture of the candle holder thing. I bought that from a friend I usually go and paint with. She made different types. There was an oval one of this one, and there was this long slim one. I wanted this one. I was split between the two, but you know what, I'm gonna have a small table here. A long thin one will be fine at my at my couch. Then I was standing over for the, or opposite the woodworker. And he had this one in this color and a dark red. And I really like these. Got a little bit dusty, that's how it is. So it's a wooden chest with an insert in and a bottom. I really like the side handles. And it has a lock. So what I'm going to do with this? Well, my original plan was to save all my treasures in it. Not that I have so many, but in true fashion, I probably don't even have any treasures that we're counting for. So I just couldn't. I just had a feeling that I should get this one. And this is fake leather that's in the bottom. I'm not entirely sure why. I just wanted it, and I know I not very often have that urge to get something like that. Not at all. So the fact that I did is just telling me I should get it. It's a strange shape. And something it reminded me of were the chess that one of my characters is doing in one of my books that I want to read. It's kind of like this actually. So it could be a good inspiration too. So yeah, the Treasure of Secrets. We can call it that for now. But where am I going to put you? Up there for now. Until it's time where I'm going to put you. Then I can't remember which one of these books that I actually have, but I've got them anyway because if I'm gonna do these, I'm probably gonna tear them up. So I got the cat, and I got the dog, and I got the first one I ever did when I learned to make a layer and layer. You may recognize this one because I have this one hanging on my basket upstairs. Then we have a lot of window. And then we have a Christmas with a lot of windows and that kind of stuff. One of the first ones I made of this one was actually that one down there. So I have made these a long time ago. And there's card ideas in them. There is the hanging part idea. It's just there is a lot of ideas you can do. And I want to do those. So the question is, can I get it ready for next year? We'll have to see. I hope I can use my scan and cut for these ones. That's the hope. I'm gonna put you down there. What did I more get? I got some candy stuff. I'm going to show you a picture of that. It's kind of like the pan where you use melt down chocolate in a pan. Then you add on a lot of different things. Nuts, mushrooms, caramel and all that kind of stuff. And some are doing with colored, like Halloween colored stuff. So I got those. That was 2 boxes of those, and I already almost ate one. It's good. So this one has chocolates, 2 different types of nuts in it, and peanuts, and one other. I can't remember the other one. Marshmallows, tiny marshmallows, and caramel. And it's a dark chocolate, so it's perfect. And then I got my regular breakfast over there one day. And I got, and I got food 2 days where I realized they have the way where we got our food at the island where I work, the same place he gets some food up there in the kitchen. And he has a Chinese sweet and sour sauce. You can use a dip like you do with ketchup. And it tastes fantastic. So I think I'm gonna ask if I can get a couple of those ordered home, and then I have to pay for them. So that's a thing I need to ask my boss if he can do. Anyway, I think that's what I got this weekend. I would say the last candles of those I made, I donated to a church thing, gathering thing. It's the local thing where you sit around. Sometimes you're actually in church, sometimes you're sitting down in the old bank, and people will be knitting, people will have a cup of coffee. It's just social. And I offered that they could get them for free. And they said thank you. So they got those. On top of that, a lady that is one of the sponsors up there, I usually go out and get some with, said that she has some art supplies that she's not going to use anymore in her shop that I can get for free and can sell. So I'll be going out and picking that up tomorrow around noon. Tomorrow I will also have to go up to the bee guy and help him out with the wax thing. And then what's more, I have an entire list here. I have to go to work tomorrow to do the rooms and the regular cleaning. I would like not have to go to work on Wednesday, so that means I'll have to get very early up tomorrow, because it's every single room that needs to be done. And it will kill my back too. I would like today to get the flower potted over. I would like to have a look at the neighbor. We're having a sale over there. I'd like to go over those boxes and then drop by somewhere where I can get something for dinner. And then I need to wash some clothes and put clothes away and do dishes. And for once, take a relaxing evening in front of the television. That's what I'd like to do today. Let's see if I manage. So this is not something I normally do, film at work, but at least you guys can see that I'm actually at work, so I'm not lying, if you thought I was lying. Well, it doesn't look there has been anyone in digging where the cats are buried. That's a good thing. Now, time to prep for winter, which means empty this one. Ah! And that's just gonna run. Then I need to go down the basement and hopefully not fall. Okay, I didn't fall. Ah. Insects. Let's check out the furnace now when we are down here. How that's looking. It needs water. And that's the sound why I don't like to use it. I got something that's dripping, I just know what it is. That's what's dripping. I need to take a picture of that. It's dripping down there. Well, I need to take a picture of that. I guess I'm gonna have my furnace guy out. So, where were the windows that was open? Is it that one? I think it is. So, this one needs to be closed. Or was it? It wasn't that one. So it's probably the other one. There's a couple of windows open down here that needs to be closed. It's not that cold down here because of the furnace, but still need to close those. That one. And I can definitely see Daddy being down here, because none of this was this messy when I was down here last. Daddy messy. Huh, and I got sheets for my bed, so I don't have to go out and buy sheets. That's nice. For my coming up bed, I better say. So I better take that with me up. Something else down here I need to take with me right now. I don't think so. More candles. A lot of stuff I need to go through around here. Things I don't know what is. Tiny pack. I'm gonna get through it somehow. There's a fryer. That's something I don't know what is. There's something. It's just going over there for now. I need to get to that window. Well, something happened. I don't know if I actually told you guys. But on way home from Skive, a lady called and said that I can come pick something up. And we were expecting 14 days. So I didn't expect to be this week. Apparently it were. So I hurried home. Cleared out the way. And got that out. That's my bed, and I'm not dragging you guys out because it's so windy outside. so we won't be able to see anything or hear anything. So I dragged out my bed with help of my sweet, sweet neighbor's husband. And then we went to the island and picked up a new bed. Used, but still new for me. Da da da! And it's so comfortable. Already trying laying in it. Ah, that's good. In comparison, this is what I used to lay on. That's almost double width, width, is that what it's called, of what I used to have. So I'm happy. I'm very happy. So it's still Thursday evening and I'm currently binge watching Ryland's vlogs. If you don't know who it is, that's that guy. And I've been noticing something with this couch. Not that I don't love it, I do love it. But is this was number 3 people? Yes. But besides that, I've noticed I have very hard getting up of it. I really have to fight to get up of it. Because it's this low still. And then I got my new bed today, or that will be yesterday when you watch this. Then I realized I still have that top foam thing. What if I put that underneath me when I get up? So I will have it between the couch and me, folded 2 times, and have a look. I had to struggle on a normal circumstance to get up of that. I have to have a hand on that and on the table to push myself up. I just needed 10 centimeter higher couch. That's all I needed. Which was the reason why I was actually thinking, before I even got the couch, maybe, just maybe, I should take the old bed and put in here. Because then I don't have to struggle to get up. But that will be too deep and I'll have to go and get some pillows, big pillows, and I won't have an armrest. This is 10 times better. Now I solved that problem. I mean, I get tired one side, I can just switch it to the other side. First package. Whoop. Here's the thing, I ordered one package about 2 days after the other one, and they came at the same time. So that's just telling you they're not shipping immediately. So I ordered a thing with 7 things and one with 4, I think it was. So let's see. Let's just get everything out, because at least one of them should be from Hong Kong. Is there anything else in here I need to get out? Nope. Go down there. So, we got another one of these. I'm not gonna open it because it's just a binder. So I got one of those. And then I got another one which has the sleeves in it, which I'm very thankful because I was running out of sleeves. I have this one. I need to take pictures of everything and load it up because I get points when I do that. Oh yeah. 1, Yeah, let me just show you this one. This is one with the month, which I really wanted for leftover money. This one is a shelving unit. They're so cute. I just don't have a clue how to put it together. So let's do that. How's this put together? Oh, it's like that. Okay. Now I get it. Now I get it. It's because I'm opposite of everyone else, I think. I'm not like everyone else. Down and slide. Are you good enough? No, you're not good enough. Perfect. I don't know. No, doesn't matter. Let's get the other one on. That will have to be the shelf. Oh, my fingers. The next one can be a little bit low, or it could be the same height. I'm going to do it a little bit lower. And then we're going to do that one has to go in there. And that one has to go in there. And we have to get that one up there and in there. Yay! A little bit wonky, but it'll be fine. I'll have to check with the picture if I put it the right way together. But I think that's the right way. So I got that. And in the other package should be all the supplies for the candles. Oh, mostly for the candles. Yes! A big mold with roses. The sticks, they're supposed to have holes in them. Let's just check if I got tricked. Let's see. Give me something. Just a little bit. You know what? I'm just gonna do that. Because I don't care right now. Oh yeah, they have holes in them. That's good. I got 2 packs of those. I got another mold for chocolates. Oh, this was the one I was so hopeful for. Just see if there's anything more. There's nothing more. I got the needle thingies for threading needle, threading things through the molds. I got another mold. And this one is the B one, which are for the beeswax. I don't want to take it off, but it's like this. And I'm really happy about this. Yay! I got my stuff. I got a lot of stuff. That's good, I got it. So, let me work some more Shane, and then I can take some pictures of all the stuff I'm not gonna do that now. Snow! Snow? Snow? Come here. Come here, Mr. Snow. Hey. Mr. Snow. Anton Snow. Oh, you're gonna get in trouble up there. And I'm in trouble down here. No, you're not jumping that way down. Anton, the... Yeah. Anton. Hi. And he's supposed to have those ears hanging down. And I got 2 cats on each of my foot. Ow! That's your claws! Anton, can you please get down now? Right here. You haven't learned that. Come on. Thank you. Thank you. The life of a babysitter. Good morning, everybody. This was not what I wanted this morning. Oh my god. It's beautiful, it's not that, but I need to get to work. Well, lucky for me, I don't have to shovel my walkway in front of my house. So these pictures and photos were from last evening when I was down getting a transport box. Yes, that's Mr. Snow, as I call him. Anton Snow. He's so cute. But someone wrote something on yesterday's blog I want you guys to hear.
No offense, hun, but the last thing you needed is a cat again. You should have finished remodeling your house first, got settled in and enjoyed the calmness of it. Now you're going to be dealing with cat dander, poop and damaged furniture. Honestly, I'd love to see you in love with a man, a good man.
Thank you, California, good man, what is it? California something? You know who you are. First of all, it's not my cat. It's the lady's. That's actually her voice you can hear in the background. By the end, it's her cat. It was also her cats. 19 cats I helped taking care of in a point. This is just one of the recent cats she has been getting, which the sister to this one is the one I was down helping her get. And I'm not gonna get any cat. I'm not gonna get any husband or boyfriend or anything like that, because I actually enjoy being alone. I got cats because I have really for a long time wanted to have some animals in my house. I just couldn't decide what I wanted, and a cat was the most suitable thing for me. A dog would not fit with my schedule of work. I hate collecting poop from dog. I do not like it. I hate the smell of it. I'd rather take the smell of a cat poo than a dog poo. So yeah, and there's no worse than the smell of wet dog. It's so disgusting. I know for dogs have fun when they're wet and playing in the water, but I just, nope, I don't want to deal with it. And because my fear of ticks, My mother died because of a tick. They are the ones that had that little damn disease. And my mother died because of one of those, because we didn't have any cure against it back then. I don't want my cats or anything to be out, and I'm very specific to check myself when I've been in the garden, because I don't want those things on me. Just like spiders. Spiders fine having them in the house as long as I can see them. The moment they start crawling over me, I can't take it. So yeah, don't worry, I'm not gonna get any cats yet. I am gonna keep the cage on the back in case I do decide to get a cat again. But I'm gonna wash it down out there, clean it out. So yeah, I am gonna reply tonight when I'm uploading. So that's usually what happens. I don't reply immediately unless I have it so I can do it through a Google Translator, and I don't have that on my phone right now, so yeah. But let's do this. So look, I am cleaning the house, so I should not be throwing things around. And that is so satisfying. So here's the thing with this. I need 2 containers for beeswax, and I would like to test out with 2 different containers. So this one is the smaller one. Is a dark, and I like that for beeswax because beeswax is expensive. I also got this one. A lot of paper. Maybe I should wrap my Christmas present in this. Aha. This was my original idea for a beeswax. I've also been looking into tents, which is very hard to find. But let me just find something very fast. Ow. My body is hurting. Got it. Remember I got this for beeswax? Problem is, I think is too big. It is. But that's okay, because I could technically I'm getting an idea here. I'm getting an idea. My creative mind is working. That's what you're seeing live. Does this work? No, it don't. So, my idea is to not fill it up totally. Break the wax off in smaller pieces and then lay it down in the top. Because I would like to have the bee in there. So if I can do, you can see here, it's not much that has to be cut off. It's just a little bit in the corners that needs to be cut off. So if I cut off a half centimeter here, a half centimeter here, a half centimeter here, and a half centimeter here, and just chop up that corner, just the corner before the wings. Sorry, just the corner before the wings. It should be able to fit in, and I should be able to get the wicks to get up through that hole right there. That's my idea at least, but this don't need to be very thick. Just thick enough to cover everything. So that's gonna be a very, very, very short mold pouring, but it'll be fine. So that's gonna be for the yellow or white beeswax. This one is gonna be for the green. So I can use these ones too for testing wicks and glass size for wicks. The problem is my wicks for the beeswax is not coming from Denmark, so it's gonna take some time to get here. But I'm thinking yellow thing for this one and a yellow thing for this one. I would love to have a tall thing, but that won't fit with the other one. So I'm probably just gonna do a small square maybe. So what's this one? If I make it 3 centimeters by max 6, yeah, that's not gonna work here. So 3 centimeters by 4, 3 by 4. So if I do a 4, that'll be in the middle of that. That's not bad. So 3 by 4 label centimeters, that is, won't be bad. Then of course I need the warnings down underneath, and I would like a general same size for all my things, so that should be a 4, yeah, 4 centimeter circle with warnings on in English and Danish, so it has to be a half of each. It's coming together. My vision is coming together. I barely got out of bed and I'm already creative. Well, on today I need to get some breakfast, and I need to film for my studio vlog. I need to empty out my computer, and I need to do some of the stuff I was supposed to do on Wednesday, because now I can't do that. Oh yeah, and in about, I will guess, an hour I'm gonna go down with those boxes for the cats. Well, as I already told you guys, a lady from the last market offered me to come out and get some stuff for my shop. And I just did that today. So let's open some of it. I can sell if I want to do that, or I can keep it. Depending on what it is, I haven't looked at it yet. So we have a lot of... Oh, let me just put that one down for now. A lot of ribbon leftovers. Wood things. Things with ribbon on. Small trinkets. I like this. Different type of ribbons. This again is stuff that he doesn't want to sell anymore and he's clearing it out, and he offered me to get it. Here's one thing. I know it's hard to see. 22.5 Danish kroner for this. What's in this one? More ribbons. I like that. And here is the gem of them all. I had to cover it up because there was a lot of water outside. Oh, I love that. So, more ribbon. Majestic. And what is this? Is this cardstock or paper? That's paper. And you can see that because it has a shimmer to it. So we got that. We got cardstock. We got copper. We got silver. Got more stuff like that. What's this? Oh my, brads. Or gems. Gems. Nice. There's some brads in there too. Those copper ones are brads. Nice. There's a lot of money. There's gems. There's wood. I've seen things. Oh my god. I'm not kidding. This is amazing. Can't believe she gave me all this for free. And believe it, oh, that's empty. Ooh, even better. There's more down there. This is just amazing. And here's the best thing. There's gonna come more. This is not the all of it. Oops. Just saying, guys. Back again. Got special cardstock or paper. More papers. Cardstock. Tags. I don't know what that's in that one. And no, that's not an address. Just so you know, that's something else address. So that's not a shop. Oh! I used that cream cardstock. I use a lot of that. But what's in this? Oh, that's envelopes. Cool. Well, this is amazing. Oh my. I will have to take a decision. I'm gonna keep it or I'm gonna sell it. And you know, I was thinking of taking it with me on the market this weekend. But I don't think I am. I think I'm gonna keep it until I'm done with my cards, all of my projects, and then I can sell the leftovers. Oh my, I'm so happy. Got some more boxes cleaned out and organized. And then the lady contacted me back and said she has been in contact with the person about that canvas holder thingy. I can't remember the English word for it right now, I'm sorry. And it's a go, and I wrote to her, give her my number please, and tell her I can be there Wednesday. And then she wrote back, when Wednesday? I said, doesn't matter, I'm off work, so whenever it fits her. Perfect, so between 12 and 1 I have to be there. I believe it or not, it's the same town as I got my couch. Road trip! So that's Wednesday, that's gonna happen. Oh, someone's calling. Okay, sorry about that. I got about 1 minute before I have to take my food out the oven. So let me finish this up. So we have an agreement on Wednesday. I am gonna go and pick that up, which is my Christmas gift for myself. So I just saved half of the price on that one. And I was planning on having everything decorated up by Sunday, because Sunday is the first Advent of the year. We have the 4 Sundays before Christmas. That's the 4 days of Advent calendars here in Denmark. And then you have that is called a Christmas calendar, which in US and you call an Advent calendar. So the Advent calendar in Denmark is 4 days, 4 Sundays, and only 4 Sundays. And the other one is a 24 days Christmas calendar, which where we have the Christmas calendar on TVs and the one you saw me buy and that kind of stuff. That's what is called a Christmas calendar. I know you guys call it Advent calendar, so let that be that. But I hope to have it up. I hope instead having everything up and everything decorated by the 1st of December, which should be on Thursday. Yes, Thursday. So I can use next week on decorating. Hope you guys look forward to that. Well, I'm not entirely sure where this clip is going to go in, because I don't even know how much I actually have for a vlog this month. But I hope until this point that you have enjoyed it. This an Advent calendar I'm making, and it's small assignments I need to do for my other channel every single day in December. Yes, it was number 10. And the only thing I did was I printed out on a slip on a piece of paper whatever I'm gonna do. Then I had these hot dog bags I got from a lady, write on a number, and I'm just gonna match up the number for the day together with the bag that fits. I already made one mistake and forgot that I had to go on to work on another day, so I had to switch 2 ones around, but that's okay. That was the 17 and 18, that was the 2 I had to switch around. Make some switcheroo, isn't that what it's called? Any case, got that done. I am 8 out from being done with this one. I will say the house is getting around well. I have been getting a lot of stuff done today. So hopefully by the end of start of this Advent calendar I can actually start getting some stuff up. And with up, I mean Christmas decorations. There is a market right now this coming up weekend. I'm gonna go and sit up for tomorrow. So I'm gonna pop those clips in for that weekend and what the tally up gets to after this clip, and that's gonna be it for this month. Next month I don't know what to do. because I'm not trying to show what I'm gonna do next month. I may have to help shut down a house. My neighbor is moving and someone needs to empty the house for them, and I offered to help out emptying the house. So let's see if I get anything out of that or if it's just a helping hand. We'll have to see. Or maybe, I was thinking maybe I should just have taken the assignment and just said, okay, I'm gonna empty the house for you and you don't have to worry about it. I'm gonna make sure everything. But then I realized it's smoke home. It'll be very, very hard getting rid of things where where they have been smoking in. So maybe it's good enough for me that I am not doing that. It's simple as that. So let's go to the market and set up. Okay guys, last market. I know it's a little bit messy right here, but I'm gonna be sitting there cutting treaties, and then I have these ones for my friend, very beautiful, and then I need to take care of this. I don't know what to do about these two things, this one and that one. Should I just pick up 2 chairs or what should I do? I don't know. But I do enjoy this. Time to go home. So that wasn't much to film. It's the same thing as yesterday. There was barely any people. I sold for 50 kroner all the nail things gone, and then I had a couple of people coming and buying magnets. So I sold 3 magnets today, and that's all I sold. There's nothing more. I did get offered to go to a market down near the border to Germany, and I am considering it. So I have been at the market. I have been looking into sleeping places, asked my boss if I can have the weekend off, all that kind of stuff. But it's in February, so I have time to make some stuff. And I only got 1 shot to go down there, if in that case. Oh, sorry. So I need to think very constructive about it. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do. And I'm probably only gonna have a corner space, so that would be 3 meters, and the depth of the thing, so that would be 2.5 meters, something like that, I think. 2 meter, 2.5 meter. So that will give me 3, 4, 5, that will give me 5 meters. So if I can work it the right way, I hope. But there is a gift in my trailer I'm looking forward to see. I already got a message of that. And the lady about the bed and breakfast I looked up called me back and said that it wouldn't be a problem. She will have me in mind of that weekend, and I will contact her back in the next week. And we will just have to see. Now, let's go and take care of the animals. I hope the owners has come home. But that said, guys, thank you for watching. This was a long one to edit and to export. I hope you enjoyed. There was 3 markets and a little bit of extra. And yes, it's the 1st of December. I'm filming this little clip because I'm trying to export right now. Merry Christmas. See you guys on the next one. Bye.